Hey everyone, Tyson Alger here, joined by Andrew Greif. We are outside of the Oregon Ducks practice facility after the first day of fall camp. The Ducks just got done with their annual media day. They just finished their second practice of the day as well. By the way, welcome back Andrew Greif. He was off the beat for the last couple of months doing some feature stories. As someone who hasn't been with the team for the last 6 months, what were some of the things that kind of caught your eye, kind of being away from everything at today's media day?
I feel like today's media day felt like I stepped right out of the Alamo Dome and went back to interviewing these guys because everything is still being talked about the Alamo Dome, and for good reason. The Alamo Bowl was an epic collapse, 31-point loss, lost that lead, obviously lost to TCU later in several overtimes. So I feel like there was so much talked about the potential hangover for how that season ended that it really felt the same. And with the exception of Brady Hoke, David Yost, I mean, all the pieces are pretty much here. I think that what people want to know about is defense, and I wrote writing about that today. Defensive backs said that they basically are glad they went through what they did last year because it was extremely difficult, and that they felt like their better season, even though it was a really terrible experience.
Right.
To have one of the worst, ranked pass defenses in the country, they felt like they got a better for it, and almost nothing can beat that this year. Nothing can be worse than that.
Right.
Quarterback-wise, there's also a huge question mark.
Right, because obviously that was a big problem at the second half of the Alamo Bowl last year too, when Vernon Adams Jr. was injured, and obviously he's not back this year. So we do have Dakota Prukop, who is the Montana State transfer, kind of Vernon Adams 2.0, but he's mixed in with a redshirt freshman in Travis Johnson, a true freshman in Terry Wilson, and right now the coaches are calling it a three-player race. I would peg Dakota Prukop as the front runner of that competition. He's very experienced. He was an All-American at the FCS level. But the coaches wanted to see marketable improvement from the summer and spring into today, and they said they did see that. I was talking a lot with Prukop today. He said he expected a position battle. It's not a surprise to him that he didn't come out and win the starting spot right out of spring. He said that wouldn't make sense. But one of the things that each one of these quarterbacks has said is when they've been in quarterback battles before, they kind of knew when they won it. And that's kind of the feeling that they're waiting to find out here in the next coming weeks. Last time Dakota Prukop was in a position battle was in 2014. He was named the starter the second Saturday of fall camp. He said he knew after the first week of fall camp that he had won that position. So that's something we'll have to look for.
Yeah, and Helfrich said that even though he'd like to announce a starter about a week to 10 days before the opening game against UC Davis on September 3rd, he's not pegged to that. He said that would be ideal, but sometimes you just know earlier and they're not going to try to force a decision. We'll be back out here all week at Oregon Ducks fall camp, and keep out on OregonLive.com/Ducks for all of our coverage.